Everywhere we look, we see technology, from where we learn to where we live, from how we communicate, and even where we work. But how much does it affect the way we live every day? Coming from the days where there was no such thing as a television, computer, or even the internet, we are now living in a world that depends on technology to get us through every day. In 1822, the first computer was invented by Charles Babbage. Since then, an estimated 2 billion computers are possessed worldwide, and this number is said to increase by 2016. We all know how reliant we are on our trusted mobile phones, but how far have we come from the only phone available was the one at the end of the road in a phone box? Since the first mobile phone was approved in 1983, the mobile phone industry has boomed to a staggering 7.3 billion active cell phones in the world. But why would they not be so popular? You can use them for everything.
Speed, touch, banking, information readily there, availability. It makes life a lot easier. You can keep track of your money, you can keep track of your health, you can, even if you're out running, you can set your phone to record and keep, there's a running app I have that does everything for you. Everything's there. It's good. Health benefits, money benefits, it can even have dating benefits. It's everywhere, it just has benefits all around.
An independent survey was carried out to see how much we as a society depend on technology. Out of the people that completed this survey, 72% said they couldn't go a day without some form of communication device, like their phone, tablet, or even their laptop. So in what way is our younger generations being affected by growing up surrounded by technology compared to our older generations?
They're not afraid of it. My mummy comes and Greg's like, "Nanny, help me, Nanny." And Nanny just looks and goes, "I can't help you, son." I don't know what to do with that thing.
Are you confident in using devices like iPhones, computers, smartphones and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think it's like second nature to people my age now. I'm 20 and it's like everybody lives on their phones.
Black out the light. Maybe you're tired falling.
But does technology have a lasting effect to children growing up surrounded by technology? Studies have shown that among infants aged 8 to 16 months that have exposure to baby videos and DVDs were strongly associated with lower scores on a standard language development test. However, with older toddlers between 17 to 24 months, there was no significant effects, positive or negative. However, it was found that with daily reading and storytelling, it was found to be associated with somewhat higher language scores. Dr. Daniel Siegel stated that the problem arose when the DVDs started to take place of human interaction, and the babies lost out on development due to the fact they were not in front of a caregiver, which then resulted in poor linguistic skills and loss of relationship time. Primary school children would be one of the most vulnerable age groups when it comes to using online technology. But Dr. Jane Burns says that for parents, the key to understanding is what their children are actually doing online. According to the Body and Soul website, many parents complain about the time their teenage child spends online, whether it's playing video games or just chatting to friends on social networking sites. We all spend so much time using these devices, but what are they doing to our health? There are many rumours that RF radiation from mobile phones are carcinogenic, but RF radiation cannot cause cancer. A lot of the respondents from the independent survey stated that the increased use of technology will affect someone's eyesight. It will also make them lazy as everything is available at their fingertips. Not only our physical health can be affected by technology though, aspects of everyday life can be affected as well.
Handwriting, I've noticed that. That's one thing I would say, the writing skills. They lose the ability to write. But then again, would older people say that with the advent of the calculator? People can't do long division now. You have to think then everything's roundabouts and swings. What's going to happen in 20 years time? Nobody's going to write. It's just going to be all touch screen. Everything's going to be touch technology.
This information was also echoed in the findings of the survey. However, this isn't the case for everyone.
Yeah, it's the thing that me and my wife are very strict about, that they do go outside, they do play with their friends, they do go to football practice. Ava does her dancing, they do hip hop, they do swimming. They're in every single club, fitness thing that you can. Their whole weekends. Saturday morning's gymnastics, Monday is swimming, Tuesday's football, Wednesday's dancing. They're off Thursday and Friday. That's the 2 nights that they're off. They pretty much have a good schedule to keep them active.
So how does technology affect our older generations?
My mummy comes and Greg's like, "Nanny, help me, Nanny." And Nanny just looks and goes, "I can't help you, son." I don't know what to do with that thing.
There are positive effects of technology though. It has improved the medical world with diagnosing any illnesses, manufacturing medicines and research on the internet.
It's used so much. Whenever I was doing my masters, I was actually working for, my project was pretty cool because I was working for cystic fibrosis in Royal Hospital, and the linking from the kids section of the Royal Hospital to Belfast City Hospital. So iPads technology, it is advancing technology. The internet is helping leaps and bounds. So I think it is helping develop, and the information's there. But then you get a lot more hypochondriacs using it to self-diagnose.
Keeping in touch with loved ones is a lot easier now as well, which helps to build stronger long-distance relationships. I know you're in a long-distance relationship, so would technology help you in your relationship?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think you could be in a long distance relationship unless there was technology, because there's no other way to stay in contact. You can just ring or Skype them and you're in a face-to-face conversation with them basically, so it's good for things like that.
Finding out global news is just one touch away. Along with positive effects, there comes the negative. Due to the increased need for these devices, there seems to be an increase in accidents on the roads involving phones.
Black out the light. Maybe you're tired falling, or stone cold. You fumble and fight.
I think the one disadvantage would be it takes a lot of your time up, because you get so consumed in it and you don't realise how much time you're actually wasting on like social media sites.
Technology used as a means to bully somebody. For somebody that's maybe smaller, inferior, and maybe just some little prick who's sitting behind a computer, who's maybe even more scared and wimpier than my kids are, but whenever they get behind a computer they're 7 feet high, ripped, blonde hair, and can say whatever they want. That's what scares me about computers the most, the fact that chat rooms. But I will be on top of it and I will know it, but then again, how much do you know about any, Jen? Really?
So it seems there's no escaping the world of technology now, and it's just going to get bigger and better. But what would we like to see come of the future?
With all the time you spend alone, 'cause it's only fair. It's loving war.
I don't really know what they're going to come up with next, because they've come up with so much. But it is exciting to see what they're going to bring out, and they're starting to bring out things that are, helping the environment and, things like that. So it's interesting to see. I want to be either a journalist or a presenter, so either way there's going to be computers or camera work.
I it's an area that I'd be interested in. It's more cognitive computing, more knowing what you're thinking, and being able to work on almost like a Google basis, where it's getting information before you can, or whenever you're interacting with it, not keying it in, but whenever you say, right, go and get me this information, and it knows, but then there's a whole lot of cognitive processing and all that has to go behind that. So human computing interaction that's what I'd like to see more happen.
Blackout.